10-5, 2020 closing bell, S&P 500. Yes, we did talk about early in the day, first 2 hours. And yes, we did. We did talk about it coming up here to hit that resistance level, and it did. Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about, we're really going to be watching right below that 3430 mark. So, what I mean by that, 3425 is what we're going to really be watching very, very, very hard. If there is any width at all that President Trump does get worse from being better right now. We had headlines all day, and the headlines was he was getting better and better and better, and so the markets rallied and rallied, and we're up here now on the upper end of the range in the S&P. I will focus right over here, particularly. I'm going to put this right there. That's 34.25. That's exactly where that gap down happened, and that was on 9/8 right here. 9/4 is there, and then of course, here it is on 9/8. So it was a holiday weekend, and then we traveled 50-day, broke below it, came back, got above it, fooled around with it, gapped above it, got back below it, so they gapped it again. So we had a gap above the 50-day here and back below it with the gap down below it on Trump. And then with Trump being better, a gap above it and taking us into that resistance. So we're at the upper end of the channel range. The S&P has a daily buy signal now, as it does. It does not have the sell signal as it did over here originally during the breakdown phase. Okay, consolidation phase, gap, gap, gap. This is a gap. That's fine. We're going to really watch what I said, 34.25 on the S&P. We get up in that neighborhood, which isn't too far above us. We're going to see what this market is made of, and it's going to take a lot of buyers to push it through there. This is I can tell you this right now, my friends. Why don't you go ahead, take the free 5-day trial, see it live, you and I. Yeah, right here, right now. We'll be doing the buying and the selling in front of your face. See how we do it. You can believe it. You can believe the profits. You can believe the entries. Go ahead. Let's get with it. Once again, my friends, and all of our traders worldwide, we have a lot of traders outside of this country. And one of the things that they always will really pay attention to is when I say where that major resistance level is. So we already hit exactly what I said in the first 2 hours. We had to go up to this 3407, and we did. And then we broke out. Now we're going to see if we can continue a breakout higher tomorrow. Maybe we get a gap. Okay? Right here on the daily. So the past stochastic on that is 90, just so people know. CCI is 93.04. So that's this green line right here. It's up here at the highs, and it is. Okay? So let's go ahead. RSI is only at 59. I mean, we're not, overbought or anything yet. Let's take a look at this on a weekly together. How about that? Gapping right here. And now we're going to worry about that resistance. That is the weekly, which has improved with the gaps. And we hit the 20-week moving average. Then we had a gap, narrow, during that 5-day period. Now, with today's daily gap open and the Trump news, we're coming up and we're going to challenge this next weekly area, and that's going to be that 34, let's just call it 34.25. To get slightly above it, 34.27. So that is the wall of the real upper end of this particular trend channel of where we were before. And if there's any news at all that President Donald Trump has any kind of complications from that horrible disease, and hopefully our treatments that we have work. So that would be good for everybody to know. So what we're going to be looking at is one thing. We're going to look at how we're going to get back above a certain resistance area. And once we get above that resistance area, then we're going to see, can we break out on 4 times average volume across the board? That would really be nice, but we would be okay with 3x, 3 times average volume during the breakout phase, if that is the case, whether that's to the upside or to the downside. Either way. So once again, that's our conclusion there. You can see here on a monthly level that the S&P is right there where that level of resistance is. So we're going to be watching it carefully, and we are. It's a new month. It's the month of October, and the month of September was not good. RSI on a monthly on the S&P now is at 63. And like I said, on the daily, there's the last end. There's the resistance. Good luck, everyone. Once again, beware. The headline and October volatility can be very, very, very big. And lows can also be put in. Do not be fooled about this market. I'm giving you a warning.